Can't believe this actually came. Let's open this thing up.
Hey, it's Eli. I've got something a little different for you today. But first, this doesn't look right. There we go. So, call this one of the small perks of having over 1,000 subscribers, I guess. Here's the story. Imagine my surprise when I get an email out of the blue from a company I've never heard of before, asking me to review some gear on my channel. Imagine my even greater surprise when it turns out that it wasn't just some phishing scam, but that's what happened. Alright, there's a little more to it than that, because I am a particularly wary person when it comes to anything to do with the internet. New people getting in touch with me, offers for stuff, or heck, even people I supposedly know getting in touch with me because really my name just got pulled from some acquaintance's contact list some time ago, and now a hacker is using their name to try to trick me into thinking the real person is emailing me and wants me to click on this link to log into Facebook. And creators on YouTube get scammy emails for assistance with their channel, or to join an MCN, or whatever other thing all the time. So naturally, I was just as wary when I got an email saying, "Hello, Jewish Music Toronto." Not the best start, and I'm just gonna summarize from here on out. My name is Kyle, I'm a seller for Fifine technology, and I want to know if you'd be interested in reviewing a wireless mic kit of theirs. More concerning was that he said this was actually a resend of an email he had previously sent me, which I didn't recall receiving. Red flag! Either way, after offering the kit, he went on to list some of the kit's specs and that if I'm interested in getting a free one, I should get in touch. Like I said, I was wary about it, but beyond having my email, which he already did, I figured there was no harm in playing around with it. So that's what I did. Hi Kyle, thank you for contacting me. Sure, I'd be interested in getting more gear. Can you tell me where you're located and what, if anything, you expect from me? Hi Ellie, that's great. I'm located in China, which means it might take a long time to ship the mic kit directly to you. Would you mind if we... Red flag, red flag, red flag! But then he followed it up with specific time criteria and requirements for what should appear in the review's description, which was interesting. Long story short, after a few more back and forths, and me being very careful about my information, they said it was on its way, and here it is, the Fifine K037B wireless mic kit. From what I can tell, all the points that made me initially wary were probably related to helping the company boost its product search rankings on Amazon and Google, which, if true, I'm kind of fine with. With that in mind though, I should disclose, if it wasn't clear enough already, that the company sent me this kit to review. Center spent though, my opinions on their products are my own. I'll be comparing the Fifine K037B kit to a Savage MicCell lav mic I picked up from Henry's a couple of years back. The wired Savage lav mic went for $35 Canadian at the time, and the Fifine wireless kit with lav and presentation mic goes for $53 Canadian. So let's jump back to when I started looking inside the box.
Well, there it is. No, there's tape in the back. Alright, let's take a look inside this thing. You know what? I think I'm going to have to actually put the camera down so I can take a look at this. So the box includes one user's manual, one bookmark, one receiver, one transmitter, 1/4 inch to 3.5mm jack, one lav mic, and one headset. Batteries not included. That in mind, I'm going to need 2 AA and 2 AAA batteries. There we go.
That's quite a bit of stuff, especially for its price point. But how does it look and how well does it work? Well, let's get in a little closer. The user manual is informative enough. The instructions are clear, even if some of the localization isn't perfect. Both the transmitter and receiver are as lightweight and plasticky as they appear upon opening the box. They look, as you might expect, like they're built for budget, not for ageless durability. While I'd say they need to be protected from crushing while in transport or storage, they don't look like they're going to fall apart on me or break without something serious being the cause. The only exceptions to note are the battery hatches and specifically their hinges, which concern me a bit. The transmitter itself has a nice compact design, and the waist clip looks and feels like it can take a lot of placement and removal. The buttons are solid and their operation is smooth, letting you turn the unit on or off by holding a couple of seconds for one way or the other and changing output frequencies with a single but timed click rate, making sure you don't accidentally pass over your desired frequency by clicking too quickly. The receiver itself is super simple. You've got a mono jack, an on-off switch, and a handy extendable antenna to ensure maximum range. Turn it on and the indicator turns solid red when it's connected. The 1/4 inch to 3.5 millimeter adapter is pretty self-explanatory. It also has a nice camera label on it to let you know that it's intended for use with DSLRs or other recording devices that feature a 3.5 millimeter input. The manual is clear though that it's not intended for use with smartphones, tablets, or computers. Kyle informed me the company will also be offering a 1/4 inch to 3.5 millimeter TRS adapter to allow that soon. The headset and its wiring look and feel solid enough, though again to the budget price point, and its adjustable mic is nicely flexible. The fit is comfortable and, for better or for worse, designed for a variety of head sizes. I'd like to think that my head is the average size for an adult male, and I was surprised how far I had to push it forward to have the back of the headpiece touch the back of my head. Still, that means if you're Elaine Bennis, it'll still fit. The connectors on both the headset and lav mic appear consistent with the budget price point, but I quite appreciate the fact that they house the female pin connectors rather than the male ones, which are housed in the transmitter. From what I can see, that gives them some extra crush protection during handling. Finally, the lav mic has similarly solid wiring. The clip looks good and built to last. The mic is where things get interesting because boy, it's a pretty large mic. I'm pretty sure it's about double the size of my other lav mic. It's not huge, but it's not discreet. That's the appearance and feel, but how do they function? After opening the box and taking a closer look at the kit, I ran a series of tests with the mics, beginning with the headset, since I had nothing to compare it to. Here, take a look. So now I'm going to do some tongue twisters to give myself a test, and also to check the hisses and pops from the mic. She sells seashells by the seashore. She sells seashells by the seashore. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. How many peppers did Peter Piper pick? So you've surely noticed that I now have two lav mics on. On this side I've got the Savage, and on this side I've got the Fifine mic. I'm going to be doing some tongue twisters, and I'm recording them on separate channels so that I can do it in tandem, but you won't get any cross between the two. So let's give this a go to test out some hisses and pops. She sells seashells by the seashore. She sells seashells by the seashore. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. How many peppers did Peter Piper pick? She sells seashells by the seashore. She sells seashells by the seashore. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. How many peppers did Peter Piper pick? Also, let's do one other test. Let's do a scale. Of course, what good is testing a wireless mic if you're not actually going to get out and really test its range? So, I'm here with my friend Ben Train.
Acquaintance.
From the Toronto Magic Company, and we're going to actually really test the range. We're down at Seascape, where they're doing the newest trick in the book from the Toronto Magic Company. One of many shows that they do here. So the Fifine website says that the wireless mic's actually good for about 80 feet, even with an obstacle in the way. But their Amazon page says the kit's really only good for about 45 to 60 feet. So what we're going to do to put it to the test is Ben here is going to walk away from me and the recorder, and we're gonna have him tell you a little bit about the Toronto Magic Company while he does it. He's going to walk all the way to the other end of the stage, and I'm even going to walk a little bit farther away. So, Ben?
Real challenge.
Ben?
Because I wasn't listening completely, am I walking backwards or am I facing that way?
You can turn around.
Okay,
that's
good.
That's why
I would have tripped. Okay.
You want to try that again?
No, let's get it. Keep it in. No edits. One take. We got this. Okay, let's go.
All right,
Ready?
go for it. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to turn around.
And you can tell them about the TMC.
Okay. I'm going to walk through these people. Out of my way, everybody. Get out of my way.
And I'm actually
Okay, we're walking onto stage. So we are at Seascape. It's the home of one of our venues, or the home of one of our shows. It's a weekly open mic magic show. It happens on every Tuesday. It's been running for about 3 years now. And it's an opportunity for magicians to hop on stage and try brand new material they've never tried before. So we get amateur magicians who are getting on stage sometimes for the very first time. We get professionals who are testing brand new material that they might want to put into the show. And we even get some international performers who come in from out of town who just want a place to try something on stage when they're in Toronto. So again, it's been running for about 3 years. It's an open mic free show. So if you ever want to come see it, it's every Tuesday at Seascape. Show starts at around 8:30, and every show is different, so you don't want to miss it. And I can keep talking about Toronto Magic Company. We've been running since 2016,
but we're good. We're good there,
so
Ben.
about 2.5 years. And we put on about 200 different shows a year. And that includes, is it recording?
Yeah, we got it. We got it.
We got everything.
Ben.
That's the end of that sales pitch. Go to www.torontomagiccompany.com. Buy a ticket to one of our events. If you don't, I will kill Ellie. Okay, so do it. His life depends on it. He's got a family. He's got a wife and kids. They're cute. Well, I don't know how cute they are, actually. You guys never invite me over. I'm just saying. In theory, they sound cute.
All right, that's enough of that. That was a nice little adventure. We definitely managed to get 60 feet out of it without interference. 80, not so much. Well, now that we've heard the kit in action, it's time to dig deep and share my thoughts. It's important to note that I recorded this using my friend Alex Wolfe's Zoom H4n. Thanks as always, Alex. And as I do with all of my videos, I recorded everything using the Zoom's low-cut feature at its maximum 237 Hz setting to remove as much low-end noise as possible without resorting to audio cleanup programs. We're going to turn things around by starting with the lav mics. The first and most obvious thing to note is that neither mic is good for studio quality singing, but really that's not what they're made for anyway. I was just toying around with them to see what I could do. As recorded, the Savage Lav has a clear, full sound that could do a good job if all you wanted was some quick audio to use in place of your camera's onboard mic. The Fifine Kit's Lav, on the other hand, has a noticeable amount of mid to high-end hiss, and it sounds lighter, almost hollow, and slightly farther away, even being at nearly the exact same distance from my mouth as the Savage Lav. It doesn't sound bad, but it definitely needs some considerable cleanup to remove the hissing and a boost to give the overall sound more fidelity. I ended up switching the receiver over to the Zoom recorder's left channel later on as well, just to make sure the right channel wasn't having any pickup issues. It wasn't. With that in mind, I threw the audio from the Fifine Lav into my audio cleanup program, and with a bit of work, I managed to significantly improve the audio. Take a listen and see if you can hear the difference. She sells seashells by the seashore. She sells seashells by the seashore. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. How many peppers did Peter Piper pick? She sells seashells by the seashore. She sells seashells by the seashore. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. How many peppers did Peter Piper pick? I think it's a vast improvement. Still a bit hollow compared to what you're hearing now, which is the Savage mic's audio put through similar enhancements, but definitely an improvement, and most importantly, what I would categorize as usable. You can let me know what you think in the comments below. Based on what I heard from the kit's lav mic, I was surprised to hear the headset only has a bit of natural hiss, nothing even close to the lavs. On top of that, the sound is quite full, picking up a nice broad range. I did find that, even at a farther distance from my mouth, it still picked up some stronger pops, nothing unbearable, but it was good with soft and strong S hisses. A particular positive point I found was that with only a bit of cleanup and boosting using the same software and techniques as before, the sound from the headset was fantastic. So, is it worth the buy? Well, let's review the pros and cons. For the pros, of course, price is a major plus. It's not just low cost, but you get a lot of bang for your buck in all the stuff you're getting. It's easy to set up and work with, in case I have yet to mention this. One of my favorite things about working with the kit is that after years of working with wired mics, I had this sudden rush of freedom that came over me as I had something to do between takes of this video, and I was able to just get up and go to another room without having to unplug or having to remove the mic. As I said earlier, the construction feels solid enough, its range is also decent, and it has a nice variety of channels to work with in case of interference or wanting to have multiple people connected. It also packs up into a pretty nice package, and the box comes with all the pre-cut foam pieces, so you'd want to end up keeping it for storage. On the con side, I have to recommend an audio cleanup program if the lav is what you're in it for, which means an extra 50 or so bucks extra that you'll have to shell out to have at least what I consider to be usable audio. Though it's not world-ending, I would not have used the raw audio for any video of mine, even a quick one. And while solid enough, the battery hinges are still a concern for long-term use. Of any concerns though, that's on the minor scale. Hey look, a music joke. And those really are the only two cons I could think of while testing this out. Ben noted that it would be nice to have a mute button on the belt pack, but that isn't a deal breaker. So for the price point, and I cannot stress that enough, it is a pretty darn good kit. If you're on a shoestring budget, this is a decent starter kit, but only a starter kit. There are higher quality kits out there that are more rugged, with greater range, and more if you want something professional. As for me, I will happily use the headset for performances I do from time to time, or if I need to record a lecture. But the lav mic, I'll keep it as a backup, but I'm going to continue using the Savage as my primary lav. I already clean up and boost the sound for my videos as it is, but it doesn't usually require much, and because of that, my tweaks don't typically take very long. It took far more time for me to clean up the Fifine Labs audio to get it to where I was just satisfied with it. What do you think? Did you hear something differently than I did? If you were shooting on a budget, would you go with this wireless mic kit, something like the wired mic I compared it to, or opt for a slightly more costly and higher quality mic? Let me know in the comments, and hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. And tell me if you'd like to see more videos like this. If you want to pick up the mic for yourself, you can find a link for it in the description below. Keep in mind that it is an affiliate link, and purchases made through it do benefit me. You can also find other gear I use via the affiliate links below. If you want to support the channel, you can buy some merch via the links in the description as well, or become a patron on Patreon. Remember to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss a thing, and to share this video with someone you think could benefit from it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.